peace, quick little, think fast. Just matter of fact, happy now. Uh, realizing, I didn't say realizing, already knowing it, but just it just came up to me about how meditation cannot make up for taking action. You know, I'm catching this vibe now strongly. Now it's like, all right, it's time to go back to LA. I'm getting that vibe, and it's also, which is not gonna turn into that because I'm making sure I'm taking action. But if I wasn't to take action, I would start to become depressed. You know, in some way, form, or fashion. And of course, meditation would help for me to not feel, a lot of the negativity that may come from that depression. But at the end of the day, meditating in that situation without taking action is like, matter of fact, is like ignoring what you truly feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, uh, like, oh, just meditate and everything will be all right. And that's one of the instances where it's like, well, nah, in that situation, you gotta take action to really make yourself feel better. That's not to say not meditate, but again, not meditating in the act of thinking that, well, I'm gonna just stay in Louisiana longer, and meditation gonna keep me. Like, nah, it's gonna it's gonna continuously kind of go down the road of depression until I really like, all right, time to get the plane ticket, time to go back. So, with that being said, and two, I see how my trip, again, was just all about the growth. Uh, you know, it was me wanting to see family and friends and, certain people back home, and now that I ain't got that, I done scratched that itch, it's time to go back. Because again, at the end of the day, like just at this part of my growth, like I'm kind of done with Louisiana for right now. And I think about how I was catching this vibe with, like, what, maybe I might stay, if so I might stay in New Orleans. I was thinking, maybe that was going to be the move, because I know the energy, connection, out there as well. But again, is at the end of the day, you know, I make the decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes we could lose ourselves in that sauce of, like, well, going with the flow and letting the universe guide me, and then forgetting, like, well, hold on, no, don't forget that you are the universe. So you should be going with the flow of what you love, and not just kind of sitting like a sitting duck, or being overwhelmed by the energy around you. Because I know a lot of me, feeling like, all right, well, maybe, New Orleans. To a certain extent, it was, like that family vibe, like people wanting me to stay here, and that energy was causing me, to, to, think in a manner, or, again, I had the illusion of feeling, however, but, thinking like, all right, maybe I should, stay. But the only way I'm staying, that my thing, like the ideal situation in New Orleans is like the only thing that would really keep me here, like having a, a crib in the French Quarter or something like that. Like, just again, the ideal situation. A matter of fact, staying in a crib that Marie Laveau was known to stay in, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like something of that nature. But like, other than that, it's back to LA. And again, you know, uh, it's about making that decision and not sitting there and trying to, you know, use meditation as something to, again, like they say, put that smiley face sticker on the empty gas tank signal. Like, it's no, like, putting the smiley face sticker, like, oh, it's still all good, even though I done ran out of gas. Yeah, you could still, of course, not let that get you down. But at the end of the day, that you really love to drive and you want some gas in your car, and that you should take action and go put some gas in your car, instead of just, well, because I'm one with the universe, I'm gonna just sit here and just go with the flow again, like that go with the flow type of vibe. And it's like, nah, the flow, I am the flow. You know what I'm saying? And the flow I'm feeling is, going back to LA. But and also though I know, and I spoke to it as well on a video where, these different dimensions within ourselves being awakened. So there's like we probably have visions of multiple timeline situations, because matter of fact, being able to look at it in that manner, because one decision a certain way, and I could, manifest that perfect situation in New Orleans, like it's basically like letting me know, like again, like it was all dependent on me, you know. At the end of the day, I got time for that New Orleans situation. I could come back to that. I hadn't had enough for LA, so. But again, it's about taking action. Like now is the vibrate. You know, right now, if I'm starting to not feel Louisiana no more. Of course, I accept what is. I am still in Louisiana, so I'm not gonna let that throw me off. But it's like, all right, well now though, I'm gonna start taking action to make sure, I make my now even more pleasurable and favorable. You know, so it's a whole situation. But peace, happy now. Now's a vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now, you know, now spirit first. Consult with higher self, intuition first. Be inspired, then take action. Inspiration first, action second. But definitely don't forget to take action because action does, help. Peace.